Hello guys and gals, and welcome! So today we're going to go over the patch notes for the PC and console versions. So today they released the 11.5 PC patch notes, as well as the 11.5 console patch notes. And we're going to go over them together. So we have here, in an effort to align patch versions, we'll begin posting patch version numbers and build numbers for PC patches. We also have a bunch of bullcrap right here. And then we have general. So right here we have updated the game client to be able to scale the rate at which players can join and create games based on server capacity. Interesting. Added in game messaging. Added in-game messaging to communicate how much time is left before a player can join or create another game. Added join/create game rate refunding so that if a player joins a game that is full, in addition to other cases, they will now be able to immediately try to join another game rather than being limited. So PC bug fixes. We have fixed a crash caused by the Amazon when using Arctic Blast. I don't know why an Amazon would be using Arctic Blast. There is an item that gives Arctic Blast. That seems odd. We also have fixed crashes that occur when a user quits the game. That happens to me all the time. I don't understand that one. You literally quit. The game crashes when you quit. It's like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then on the console side, we have the same general update here and the same 2 bug fixes on the PC, but we also have several more. So we have fixed crashes related to exiting the queue to play offline, fixed crash that could occur when fighting Bale, fixed crash that could occur when playing in legacy mode for extended periods of time, fixed performance issues while playing in legacy mode in the Furnace of Pain, fixed an issue where friends list wouldn't show players' location information correctly, fixed an issue where the game settings tab label would show as blank in non-English languages, and miscellaneous localization string updates. Now this patch is rather small, but these 3 bullet points right here are rather important. And the reason why I even made this video in the first place was to go over these 3 bullet points. So we're going to go over them together right now. So the first one sounds good, but it also sounds bad. What they're saying in a nutshell is that they have made it so that the rate limiting process can be scaled to match the server capacity. So in a nutshell, what that would mean is if the server is fine, if the server's doing fine, then the rate limiting will be dropped. So you will have less rate limiting, you'll be able to make games more often, you'll have less issues. However, what they're also saying is that when the server capacity is extremely full and they're having trouble keeping up, they are going to have to, increase the rate limiting. So both a good and a bad thing there. Basically, it means that during the off-peak hours, we're going to have an easier time, but during the peak hours, not so much. Added an in-game messaging to communicate how much time is left before a player can join or create another game. So now we actually have a real indicator of actually how long we've been rate limited, which is good because without it, I would have no clue. Apparently, I have absolutely no way to keep track of time whatsoever in my mind. I'll just be like, has it been an hour or 3 seconds? I don't know. I feel like I've clicked this button at least 700 times. And join/create game rate refunding so that if a player joins a game that is full in addition to other cases. Now, this is really important to me because I've had so many times where I typed in the name of a game wrong, where I've joined a game that was full, where I tried to create a game that was already created, where I tried to join a game and I typed in the name, just like 1 letter off, and it was wrong, and so it said that it didn't exist. And every single time that you made any type of join or create attempt, you would get rate limited, whether it was successful or not. So basically what they're saying is that if you are in one of those situations where you will create a game and it doesn't work, you won't get rate limited. And this is, I think, is really important because that, I think, was one of the most frustrating things about the rate limiting. It wasn't the rate limiting itself wasn't an issue, because I never had any trouble making games, and I never had any trouble joining games. The problem is that if I literally typed in the name of the game wrong, or it failed to join the game, or if the game already existed, or there was like 10 or 20 different little like kind of like subtle ways that things could go wrong. Like, for instance, if you tried to join a hell game and your character wasn't capable of going to hell yet, it would tell you that you couldn't join that game because you couldn't go to hell. Like, there's just all these little tiny things or reasons why you might not be able to join a game, and literally any of these reasons would prevent you from being able to make a game for the next, like, I don't know, what is it, 60 seconds or something? Minute, 2 minutes? I don't even know. So basically what they're saying now is that if that happens to you, they're going to refund you your rate limit, essentially. So if you try to join a game and it's full and you get rate limited for 2 minutes and then it boots you out, they're going to give you back the 2 minutes and they're going to let you make a game immediately, which is very, very nice, honestly, because it was one thing. I think there's one thing about this rate limiting that was really starting to make me angry. And I'm glad that's fixed. I also kind of like the timer, but it's all right. I mean, I kind of wish they'd spent more time on something else besides the timer. Hopefully this is all temporary. They did say this was going to be temporary, but I'm glad that they're making some improvements to this temporary rate limiting, because the rate limiting that they had installed, the absolutely temporary rate limiting, like the initial, like, slap it on like a band-aid and hope it fixes the issue rate limiting, was awful. So hopefully this iteration of the rate limiting will be a little bit better than the previous one, and hopefully we won't have to deal with this for too long, because they did say that they have some possible fixes coming up, and hopefully once those fixes are applied, we'll see the rate limiting disappear. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, and keep watching.